All right. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Crystal Tomb. I am GM kcStranger, and these are three of my players. And also playing the part of Clean tonight is XSplit Broadcaster. No, they are not a sponsor. I can't imagine that I would ever get a sponsor, as a matter of fact. All right.
Not with this content.
Nope.
Not you, us.
Well, more so
was
my lack of production values.
no,
I
no.
do
It's
I do no editing. All right. So, anyways, last time the party faced a choice of either trying to help Kane survive his deadly poisoning, or following their lead, a seemingly magical knife, although Identified did not read it as magical, that pointed them towards the lower west side. Following that, to try to stop the cultists and undead who attacked Dale's Harbor. They decided to hunt down the cultists, and after a while of navigating through the sewers, they reached the cultist hideout. At the door, they fought a guard of wights and specters, and sadly, Matilda the giant snake was lost. Moment of silence. Inside, they did battle with an army of cultists, skeletons, and bodaks, and although Halil nearly lost his life, they took the day with a combination of powerful surprise attacks and spellcasting. And as we pick up, the dust settles after the attack. The torrent of blood that Colleen unleashed over the battlefield has settled and runs into all the rivulets on the ground. Johann lays his hands on Halil and restores him. And
It turns out Colleen accidentally triggered the summoning ritual.
and
That's all it needed.
The air of oppression that filled the chamber lightens somewhat. You stand in this circular room, staircase winding around the outside and bearing various corpses, and a central pit filled with humanoid bones. And I think where we left off was that Alistair said that he wanted to run straight to the Dragonborn's body and loot it.
I was paying special attention for XSplit Broadcaster t-shirts or other goodies.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
You've got it.
Hey, let me know if you found any special, bejeweled XSplit daggers.
Okay.
Nope.
You don't find any XSplit. That probably would have required a critical success. But you do, sort of root around. He's got, a bit of a pack that he was carrying. So you see that he's carrying a shield. He is also wearing half plate. Seems like standard half plate from what you can tell. Carrying a priest's pack. So anything, and actually I'll go ahead and put this in the chat. So carrying a priest pack, so anything that the handbook says is in that. 3 javelins, a holy symbol, another holy symbol of Sheena, like the one you found on the other cultist. Another ceremonial dagger, like the one you found on the other cultist. And you also get that amount of money off of him.
Fallon chimes in and says, let me know if you find another, religious necklace. I'm going to make a necklace out of religious necklaces we loot all of these people.
Nope. Looks like same issue stuff. We got some holy symbols of Sheena.
Is it in a necklace form? Don't lie to me, Alistair.
Is there anything in the priest pack that I can, tie? Is there, rope in the priest pack? I want to make him a necklace.
Okay, I did.
If you have the religious symbol, it's probably in the form of a medallion like all the other ones. He said it was like the others.
So a priest pack does not actually contain rope. Here is what it contains.
And priests are unprepared. Alms, yeah.
There you go. And if you're carrying any of this stuff with you, let me know because I'm gonna have to give you weights.
Okay. I don't want any of this.
Okay.
Are you sure those could be good vestments, man?
Yeah. I don't even take the money. I'm just gonna walk away now. I'm done looting corpses. It's the first time I tried it. It didn't work out for me.
Really? Okay, you're just leaving everything?
Yeah, I mean, I would tell them. There's like, he's got some cash, and he's got holy symbol, ceremonial dagger, some javelins. And if anyone else wants it, they can go ahead. I'm sure Kane will spring at the chance.
He's not there, so Fallon walks over.
Okay. Fallon, you can roll me an investigation check as well.
Just in case you can't find the money.
No, okay, so you see everything that Alistair saw, but you do also notice a pouch inside the backpack, inside the pack that Alistair missed, like an inside pocket, and it also contains these items, as well as a golden brooch, which is sort of like a pin, basically. It's got it's gold. It has a little ornate symbol. What sort of looks like a shield hanging off of it. Seems interesting.
Do I need to roll a check to see if I know what it is?
You can roll Arcana if you like. Taking the first one.
Oh,
jeez, it really doesn't matter which one.
Wow.
Can you just add all of that together?
Still fail.
You're 17.
I said all of it. What's that?
Still gave you a
So
17,
Fallon says, "Damn, I need to find a chain for this one."
So, all that you can tell is that it's pretty. It definitely has a lot of handiwork into it. It seems like the kind of thing that might be valuable, but you're not sure. And also, I should say, the horn and the eye, both of those are looking sort of on the valuable side as well.
So I will take those items, the horn, the glass eye, the card set, and the brooch, and keep all those.
Okay. 0.2 pounds for all of them.
All right.
Are you taking any of the other stuff that Alistair left?
No. I'll take.
Take the money and run.
What's the holy symbol? Do I recognize it? Or
Yeah, it's just it's sort of an amulet or pendant, like all of these cultists seem to wear.
Yeah, I'm totally taking that.
Okay. And I mean the dagger is like the other dagger that you have.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that one too.
Okay. And then there's like money too.
I don't care about that. I got plenty of money for now.
Nobody cares about that.
What?
Well, honestly, I do care about it, but I have to add it to my character sheet, and it's in like 3 denominations. I'll take the money. Just give me a minute. Don't carry on without me for 15 minutes while I add all this to
I would have had to drag myself up from half death just to go get the money.
Oh gosh.
God over here.
Well, after recovering with my XSplit broadcaster healing potion, I just want to take a look around the place. Like, especially the pile of bones. That bit scares me.
Okay. Are you like looking closely? Or are you just
I'm looking closely, investigating what it's all about.
Okay.
Sort of.
Does that
with my
mean
limited knowledge.
So would you like to make a... Well, actually, let me think here. You may make any manner of intelligence-related check other than nature.
History, so you're saying I can do history?
Yep.
Oh, good. Let's do it. I don't know what I'll get, but let's go.
Okay. You stare at it now. As it is right now, there's a lot of bones, basically, that obscure a lot of it. Do you want to try to start moving those aside, or do you want to just sort of poke around at it?
Like, I'd poke around the top view. I wouldn't start diving into the pile, no.
Okay. All right. So I will say that you sort of peel it back just a little bit. start to get a better sense of the symbol. Looking at it, it doesn't remind you of anything that you're familiar with from, any people group. And actually, you're fairly confident this is definitely not something from any of the, peoples of Einangrun. It doesn't ring any bells with stuff from the outside world.
For my own sake, Casey, can I use my Ring of Light to cast light on myself or something I'm carrying?
Oh, yes.
Dynamic lighting is not my friend.
There you go.
There
Is
we
that
go.
also
Slightly
your
better.
webcam situation?
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
live in a dark city.
despite surprisingly your head feeling fairly clear, you don't seem to be able to place it. Gosh, sorry about the sirens.
Now that I can see this
Chicago,
symbol, can I try to make a?
Welcome to Chicago.
Can I try to make a check?
Yeah, sure. You can, again, any sort of.
If you say that, I'm gonna make my game players check, or my navigator's tool. That's an intelligence check. Oh, dice, please.
Wow.
That was a 10.
Fire
Casey.
right next to you.
Okay. Yeah, so you look at it, and there's something vaguely magical seeming about it, but it doesn't seem to have to do with any school of magic that you're familiar with.
Well,
And
it's certainly a magic circle, my friends.
at this moment, though,
Uh-oh.
anyone in the area can make a perception check. Okay. Halil and Alistair, you notice that so I mentioned the blood from Clean Spell had sort of been running about. You notice it start to move again and actually starts to siphon into this symbol a bit. And then, Halil, you hear a small rattling sound that you realize is the bones moving very slightly.
Did someone else see that and hear that? The blood just flowed into the thing and the bones moved.
And actually, it's still happening.
That thing I said out of character.
Look.
Blood
It's now
continues
happening
to
in
run from
character.
my mouth as I'm slowly dying.
Yeah, do I? What can I react with? Hold on. Oh boy, I can react with like nothing. I forgot that we use all of our spells.
Let's throw Kane in.
I try to kick the symbol, like break it.
You try to kick it? Okay.
Like I'm on this edge here. I'm like trying to like stamp some of it out with my foot.
Maybe we should all try to dilute the blood with our urine to throw it off.
You know what, Fallon? I want you to start trying.
I'm gonna hold
can't
for
hurt.
a moment while Kyrian loads in.
Can I step out of the circle if they point out that it's...
Yeah.
Sure.
I would also confirm Halil. What he said.
Since he's down and hurt, can I kick him back into it when he tries to leave? Her, I mean.
That being said, otherwise, please hold, because
Kick
something
me
is going to
back.
happen as soon as Kyrian gets loaded into Discord.
Is
Dude,
he
I
gonna
have,
yell surprise?
I
There's
have
gonna be
3
confetti.
health. I am literally dying.
No, you're not literally dying. You have 3 HP.
I am figuratively almost dead.
Alright, Kyrian, you here? Mike,
You'd wish
muted from
you're
what
gonna
I can
wish
tell.
you weren't.
If he hadn't come in, it wouldn't have happened. Casey said it would. It's gonna happen when Kyrian comes in.
Hey, you there? Hello? Hello?
It's me, Kane!
Yeah, I'm
We see you saying I can't hear you.
I see fancy yellow headphones.
Yeah.
Same problem as yesterday.
There's
You
no
suck.
cord on them. That's the problem. that's not what I wanted.
Same problem as yesterday.
Okay.
We'll never hear you ever again.
So.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh.
All right. Cool.
These have a power button I didn't know about.
Oh. Interesting.
Wireless
I was gonna
headset.
say they have no cord, so that's your problem.
Well, they're not my headphones, so I didn't
No
know.
cords on these bad boys.
All right. So, Kane, we've just been sort of looting bodies and investigating this big red symbol in the middle of the room. And what just happened was that the excess blood from Kaleem's spell was starting to drain into it a little bit. Some bones were starting to rattle. And as Halil mentions this and people sort of start to back away, suddenly the symbol begins to pulse with a crimson light, and you feel yourself pulled to the ground.
So kicking it's not working?
Uh-oh. I think it is working, guys. I think it's working.
Wait, what?
Just let it happen, Kane.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm being pulled to the ground?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Just you.
also, Kane, I just changed something on your character sheet. You feel the weight of your backpack suddenly increase.
So, Fallon's gonna say, look, this looks rough. If it's trouble, just start winking.
Wait, hold on. Is it just me being pulled down, or everyone else being pulled down?
all of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you change?
The weight of the clear stone. You'll notice it's now 10 instead of 0.1, although Kane wouldn't know that.
I have a clear stone?
Yeah, you do. You picked it up a long time ago, man.
You pick up a lot of things.
Didn't I sell most of the excess stuff I had?
Yeah, but you didn't sell that, because it's just a clear stone. What kind of money are you
Is this
gonna
the
get
same thing from before? That was changing weight?
Yep. It just changed weight again.
Damn it.
Alright.
I still try to kick on my way down to the ground. Just trying to smudge the circle.
Alright.
It's the only thing I know how to do.
So you hear the bones continue to rattle, and as you watch, they seem
Fallon
to be
urinates into the blood.
towards the center of the circle.
Are we coming together like Voltron into a big demon bone monster?
Well, then they start to disappear as if they're being sucked down a drain, and the blood sort of swirls in as well. As
Can
the
I
floor
raise my
starts
hand?
to be drained. Actually, what you can all do is make an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
No!
Ooh.
Oh, baby.
This is the dumbass save. Anyone who doesn't pass is a dumbass.
Oh,
Wait a
bonus
minute.
here.
Hey, shut up.
Welcome to
I
the
need to
dumbass
see.
club, team.
I need to
Wait,
check
did
my
we all
stats to
fail
see if
that?
I have advantage.
I critically failed it.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You had the biggest bonus out of all of us. You
Oh
rolled
my
Oh,
god,
wow.
you did.
what?
Did
How do you have
literally
a
everybody
+8?
fail?
What is
Hold
that?
on,
I would
hold
roll
on.
it for Gamork, too.
Mork, okay, hold on.
God, my friend.
You're a wizard.
I have a thing. I just want to make sure. Sorry, I have to look at my document and make sure I don't have some kind of special.
Yeah. I just forget that we're that high level that he can have a 20 int and +3 proficiency bonus.
Okay, I'll roll for Gamork real quick.
So, wait, Casey, can I, raise my arms?
Sure, they feel heavy, but you can do
Like,
it.
can I try to, shoot an arrow and break the circle?
Any chance that was a DC 5 save?
Give me a strength saving throw. Or actually, you know what? No, you failed the intelligence throw. No, you can't. Because what happens now is that for all of you, actually, you see from the center of the circle great vine-like tendrils, dark green with purple flowers blossoming along their length, sprout from the outer ring of the circle, and they wrap themselves around your legs and arms.
Casey,
Do I-
I'm gonna
do I
choose. I choose to succeed on that throw.
Do I recognize the flowers?
Yes, you do. Alistair, yeah, so you use your ability, you succeed on the throw. You recognize that. So you saw what happened here is you saw a flash of these tendrils coming out to grasp you, and as an act of will, you just reject that. And you look at them again and realize that they're actually translucent. You realize that this is an illusion. But
Okay.
for the rest of you, these tendrils wrap themselves around your legs and arms, and you feel as though you're being tugged towards the center of the circle. There's a great crunching sound, and then emerging, as if from the ocean, you see a great toad-like face with a maw as wide as a shark's, but round like a lamprey's, and a ring of diamonds, or eyes, glitters on all sides.
Wait, actual diamonds?
Well, they look like they're like diamond-shaped, white and sparkling. They're set as if they're a ring of eyes, though.
But do they look like diamonds?
Yes.
Okay.
And you hear a voice resonating in your mind, even though the creature's mouth doesn't seem to move.
Blindy?
It says, it doesn't look like Blind Flute, but it says, "Welcome to your new home." And everybody except Alistair can make me a charisma saving throw.
Yeah,
Won't be here for long. If you...
We are so dumb and so pretty.
Fuck.
Except Kane.
My only good save is Dex. Everything else is between -1 and 2.
Wow.
So pretty, or almost so pretty.
Okay. So
Why are you rolling it, KC?
for Lana.
Oh, I forgot.
She's here with you.
Lana!
Johann's just sort of dead.
The superior red thorn.
Okay.
Red Thorn Prime.
So most of you sort of stand your ground a little bit. You feel these tendrils pulling you towards the center of the circle, but you manage to brace yourself against the ground and at least resisting it. And as you do, Colleen, Halil, you realize that you're resisting more as an act of willpower than, or like mentally rejecting this rather than actually a merely physical struggle. Yeah, the pan flute. This music wasn't quite what I thought, actually. Let me try another one.
I was referencing something completely different, not the music.
Okay, LOL.
I was referencing the brave shot.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. All right. So Alistair, you're free to walk around. You do see as Kane, Fowlin, Gamork are all sort of dragged towards the center, with everyone else in the group sort of struggling.
You know what? I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to go shake Fallon and tell him it's an illusion.
Okay. Well,
Wait, hold on. Does Alistair see the big mouth in the middle, or just us?
Well, Alistair sees it, but sort of translucent.
Okay, I was like...
I know you're all crazy.
Okay, no, I was like...
Nah.
I thought it was like illusionary tentacles, but a real face thing.
Yeah.
So the diamonds aren't real.
Okay. Alistair, actually give me Dex.
All right.
Straight Dex check. Or acrobatics if you have that, but I don't think you do.
They're the same.
Okay. Yeah, so you sort of lunge over towards Fallon and shout, basically, Fallon, it's not real. But he gets tugged away from you.
Pineapple Fallon.
He is dragged towards the lip of the ring.
Hold on,
Now
I
can you
don't
go
get a
down the
chance to like realize what he's telling me since he's intervening.
No, you get dragged that far. Then give me a wisdom saving throw.
Danger zone, yeah.
Lana.
Boosh.
Okay. Then
Boosh.
Alistair's words ring in your mind, and you sort of brace yourself against the lip of the ring, but you still feel held in the grasp of these vine-like arms.
But do I realize it's nonsense, or I have a line for this? I'm just trying to figure out where my character is.
Yeah, it's odd. You're still enthralled for the moment, but you've started to recognize the truth of Alistair's words, and as you do, the hold on you starts to weaken a bit.
So I look at Alistar and I say, you know what? I say this kind of crap all the time.
And then, as the creature's pull on Fallon starts to weaken, you notice its pull on Johan redouble.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
Oh shit.
and you hear a clattering sound as he slips and falls on his back as his body is dragged over towards the creature. Then the creature lifts up Fallon in its arm over this gaping maw. You see...
Fallon or Johan?
Wait, Fallon or Johan?
Sorry. I think I mixed you two up for some reason. Johan.
Well, we won't mix them up for much longer.
Nope. Because you see
Can I stop this somehow?
as Alistair's words sort of sink a little bit into Johan's mind as well. Haleo, you see his eyes widen just a bit, and his arm is freed. He reaches behind him and grabs his magical javelin, and he shouts, "Abomination, you do not belong here." And you see, as the creature pulls Johan into its mouth, he hurls his javelin straight down as well. Green light surrounds him and flickers away from his body. And even as the creature pulls him in, the spear lodges deep in the creature's throat. You see teeth clamp around Johan, his body disappearing beneath the top row. You hear a scream, sounds like Johan screaming, a gurgling roar, and an explosion of green and purple light. And then all is still, and Johan and the creature are both gone.
I wanted him to be cut in half so we could have him say, "Guys, I'm cut in half pretty bad here."
And other tendrils gone now.
Mm-hmm. Everyone else slumps to the ground right where you are.
Kane's gonna run up to the circle.
Okay.
And like go on the circle.
Alistair's just looking super confused because
And,
there was an illusion,
like,
but it somehow still ate and killed Johan.
Look around. I don't know. She like, where did Rope Buddy go? Kind of thing.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah, you see the symbol.
I'm like on the symbol.
StalKermit makes a good point. I'm not gonna lie. It's very compelling.
Oh,
Oh no!
What point did he make?
He circled and pointed to Johan's token.
Oh.
Look at like
Fallon says, "I bet he went wherever the end of that ruby is now."
He's just kind of look at the magic users. Like, where did he go?
Johan?
Looking at like Colleen and Alistair.
Fallon says, "Don't worry, if we know anything about Johan, he'll be back in like 2 weeks."
That was some sort of really strange illusion that took quite a turn at the end.
It also took Johan.
That was the turn.
Well, at the
Where's
moment,
Johan?
Oh, so Lana says to you, Alistair, what do you mean by an illusion?
I mean, they weren't real. At least they didn't think they were real.
Oh. Maybe the center part was real.
Yeah, can I like Arcana check? Do I know anything about what just happened? Maybe I Arcana checked before, but
yeah, you can.
I'm gonna try. Nope, can't roll better than a 5 today.
Well, you do remember a few things. One is that what Lana's saying is certainly possible. The thing that you recognized as the illusion was the vines that were grasping you. So perhaps the center part was real somehow. I mean, obviously, this is a
The bones in Johan are
creature.
both gone, so it's definitely something happened.
Yeah.
Since Lana was the one that seemed to have ideas, I'm just gonna look at Lana. Where did Johan go? Where did that thing go?
Fucked if I know.
It's my sister. She also has a sailor mouth.
Technically true.
Yeah. Technically.
And
Come on, you're all smart people. We gotta figure out where this thing goes to and find Johan.
You see her sort of shake and compose herself. Maybe we should get out of here.
Fallon looks at Gamork and intensely, and Gamork starts sniffing around on the ground for Johan.
We can't leave
give
without
me
Johan.
It'll have advantage because things.
Should I roll this as Fallon or as Gamork?
Gamork.
Okay, hold on. I'm just making sure.
I would like to make an Arcana check on the seal.
Okay, go ahead.
While also still bleeding profusely from my mouth.
Okay, so Gamork has a pretty good bead on Johan. Been traveling with him for a long time. And you see Gamork sort of stand where Johan was standing, then walk towards about the place where Johan left the ground when he entered the circle. And Gamork sort of traces that path back and forth, then walks to the center, and you see him just sort of lift his head, and I don't quite know what Gamork would do, but either sort of whimper or give a confused expression or something like that. Johan seems to have just disappeared from that spot.
And so Fallon says, it's not like he's dead, he's just vanished.
And Colleen...
How do you know that?
Oh, sorry.
Gamork told me, clearly. Did you not see what he was just doing?
Did Kane see what activated the circle?
Well, let me. You would have seen that. I mean, it's not entirely clear whether the blood that Colleen unleashed actually activated it, or whether it just activated on its own. It definitely affected everything around it, though. Colleen, with your Arcana check, again, you don't recognize the symbol as being something innate to any particular school of magic, but you do recognize some of the patterns as being reminiscent of way back when you and Fallon found a shack in the woods with some strange symbolism on the wall.
Well, yeah, this is the same cult, isn't it?
It is the same cult.
Great.
All right.
Although,
detective.
give me a religion check, Colleen.
Our religion checker is gone now. Oh, hey.
Okay.
That's all right.
Pretty sure he was worse at it than you are.
Yeah, pretty sure. You do also remember some of the various symbols in use by the gods of Anangrun, or of Gavila, actually, I should say, the world. You saw this symbol at that shack. You're seeing it here. You don't remember ever coming across something like this in any other context.
Okay. So Kane's like pacing around the circle.
Okay.
He was like, "Well, Blood opened this up, and he's kind of take a dagger out. We could go back. You can get Johan. You just need more blood, right?"
I continue to gurgle blood.
He's gonna put the knife up to his hand.
I don't think you have enough blood for that. I don't know if you saw what Colleen did, but if it was the blood, you're gonna need an awful lot.
Well, she can get more. There's more bodies, right?
No, they got all sucked up.
What about those two guys? Those guys over there on the stairs.
I don't know. Did those guys get sucked up?
They're dead.
They still have blood. What?
Aw.
Colleen, you have to make a strength check to resist.
I swear to God. I don't even think I put this one. I don't know if I put this one in here.
Hey.
All right, Colleen, you succeed in getting 3 more HP.
Great.
How do I make this I don't see where it's a strength check.
Here.
Yeah.
I'll look at it real quick.
Was it because its output type is attack? I guess spell card. Maybe that's the difference.
Well, on attack, usually there's some sort of option for a save.
There we go.
Here it is.
Let's.
And
Cases in your sheet, diddling your stuff.
Also, I found out yesterday.
okay, it should work now. Try it
Go
again.
to the SRD and drag spells onto your character sheet from Roll20 and not have to copy and paste all the text. Fun fact.
Yeah, but not all the spells are in there.
That's true,
Makes
but
sense.
I have put like even basic spells. I spent tons of time copying them over.
All right. So, So Kane was asking questions, and people are doing things.
I think Kane's about to
Kane-
cut himself.
Kane has the knife on his hand,
Yeah.
looking at everyone like, if we just open it back up, we could go get Johan.
We also don't know if it's gonna work with poisoned blood.
Yeah,
Well, whose blood would it
no
work
good
on?
here.
And they go from like, I start pointing the knife at everyone else. Whose blood would work?
I'm not sure this is how blood magic works.
You see Lana sort of take a few steps back.
Is there nothing else in this room? Can I pull out my non-magic dagger and see if it's telling me anything?
Sure.
I do that. I also pull out the one I just got and hold them out away from each other in case it's like a compass.
Okay, you
Magnet.
do. You are holding two daggers. They're dark steel with sort of a red handle, with like some, not embroidery isn't the right word, but there's like a braided handle.
Filigree inlay.
They don't do anything.
Alright, Kane cuts his hand.
You cut your hand.
Fallon curses
like-
the daggers mightily.
Slaps the ground, like on the seal, with the bloodied hand.
Okay. You smear your blood around the symbol. That happens. You sort of get some dirt in your hand.
Gross.
I
Kane's
hope
just
Kane
kinda-
didn't have
Kane's
like
kind
one
of,
hit
like-
point.
Kane's just kind of like on the ground now, just kind of hands on the ground, looking kind of defeated now.
Okay. Can I search this cultist while I'm here then?
Sure. You can search the cultist. Give me investigation. Okay. You find the same thing that all the cultists seem to be carrying. There's another of those ceremonial daggers, another of the holy symbols. That's what you find.
Hey Fallon, were you collecting these holy symbols?
Yeah, I'm trying to make a necklace out of the necklaces.
Well, here's another one for you.
Thank you.
I'm leaving the dagger, because I don't care.
How,
By the way, every necklace that you're carrying, I'll say
I have them
like-
at a pound.
Oh,
I have them at a pound.
that's too heavy. Make them.
Well,
Make them.
maybe I'll
0.2.
revise it, but I'm really far away from being encumbered.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Make them 0.2.
Okay.
Did someone else say something?
how horrific are these creature thingies looking at them?
Fairly horrific. They look like this. That is what they look like.
Was the main guy searched already?
Except now they're also
Yeah.
dead, and they're sort of like drying out and withering even more as you look at them.
They look
Get a lot
like
of
No
gold.
Face from
Wow.
Spirited Away if he had a hangover.
So they're fucking adorable and they're covered in blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Gohan in a schoolgirl's outfit.
I think
It's a deep
I
cut.
think Lana was right. We should get going. No sense
Yeah.
staying here longer than we have to.
Is our magic dagger pointing to like the same spot, or does it go past this room or anything?
Uh,
No,
the
it's
ma-
like it's
the magic dagger. The knife light is out.
Oh, it's just gone.
Alan.
Did you try putting the dagger in the middle?
I throw it at the ground.
It clatters and lies in the middle of the circle.
I point to it and then I walk over and pick it up.
You pick it up without incident.
Fallon, you heal me, and I offer you a formerly empty healing potion full of black.
Wait,
Full of black.
wait, what?
Black ash.
You didn't have time for that.
Yeah, I did.
No, that would have been noticed.
They could have noticed it. I don't care.
Okay, fine. You do. Oh, wait. You had a bottle? You have an empty bottle?
Yeah, I dumped out a healing potion.
Oh, jeez. All right. Sure. Okay.
What?
So -1 healing potion plus 1 bottle of black ash. Or
Which I give Fallon.
with sort of some ichor oozing on it.
And I say, this looks like pretty strong stuff.
Please don't drink it.
Does it need to age?
I think it's best if you put it on a shelf somewhere.
Did you incinerate Matilda, cremate her, and give me a portion of the ashes? Okay, I would. Okay. That's so fucked up. Okay. Okay. So Fallon says, "I think we have a new mission. Let's find who gave us this fucking dagger."
We need to find Johan.
So Lana calls back. Does that mean we're leaving?
I will follow Lana.
Yeah, I'm happy to leave.
Okay.
I think it's about time.
All right.
I'm gonna snuff my light spell though before I venture
have
back
to.
out into the sewers.
Okay. So
Do we have to
yeah.
move, or what's going on?
Well, no. I mean, so next, you all get back to this room.
Uh-oh.
But there's not a snake there anymore.
Yeah, except where there once was a snake.
Ah,
Now you walk
that's-
into this room, and there
it's painful.
are a bunch of bone shards scattered around the center of the room. There's black ichor and ash sort of strewn across the area. Lana does sort of give a quizzical expression at everyone, but doesn't say anything. Are people just sort of walking through and out?
Where's Matilda?
Head down.
Okay. So you all walk back through this room. You turn left and go up the short stairwell
Oh,
back
way.
to the sewer. You get to the top, and there's a solid brick wall where you walked through before.
That's new.
You.
Well, it
Alright,
was a
here.
brick wall before, but it was an illusory brick wall before. Now it feels quite solid. I poke it.
Feels like bricks.
Hmm.
Can I inspect the wall? Or like the edges and stuff?
Sure, you can give me investigation. It looks like bricks. Looks like a brick wall. At this, Lana will say, maybe we just need to break this down.
Well,
I
wasn't
take a
there
step back.
Another
As do I.
passage.
Ask
Back
her
the other
why.
way.
No, as do I.
Oh, another
Oh.
passage? Is there another passage?
Well, there was the
What?
one that went the other direction. But it basically just led to like a little pipe that was carrying water out. Like nothing that any of you could reasonably go through. Lana says, well, if you'll step aside, maybe I'll try to take care of this wall for us.
Gaudy display of power. I love it. Let's go.
Alright, so Lana does this over and over again. Oh wow, Lana crit failed.
She finally failed one.
Wait, just a second, I gotta... Okay, cool, no mishap. But But she just keeps sort of blasting at it for a while, and after a little bit, one of them sort of glances off. But after a while, the first one slams into it and cracks it. Second one cracks it some more. With the third one, a hole opens up. Then she fires one more to either side, and it sort of collapses into a bit of an arch that you all can walk through.
Fallon says, "You're a bit of a firecracker. I like that." And he winks.
She looks at you and sort of lets out a long sigh. Let's get moving.
And then I look over at Alistar and I wink at him too.
I wink back.
And as you as you walk under the archway, Kane, you've been through a lot of stress lately. You rubbed some dirt in your bloody hand. Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
You also have a staph infection now?
Okay.
It's a DC 5, don't worry.
Kane, please reduce your Constitution by 4.
Oh.
Oh boy.
That's a bad staph infection.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Let me put it where it's supposed to be first, somewhere.
Yeah. So record that. Record your max HP as well, because both of those are going to go down.
Yikes.
So your actual HP doesn't decrease unless it needs to decrease based on your new max. Yeah. So.
All right. What's the new max HP?
What? So you went from +1 to -1. So okay. So you're gonna lose 2 per level. So new max HP is 24 instead of 34. Did you mark down the 34 as well? Just making sure.
Yeah, they both are at 24 now. Correct.
Oh no, but I mean you recorded that your HP should be. Okay, cool.
Cons 12, max HP 34.
All right. So as you all walk under the archway, Kane is sort of bringing up the rear, and as he comes through, you see him collapse and actually just fall onto the ground outside the doorway. Kane, you are considered both poisoned and incapacitated. Incapacitated means you cannot take, I believe, actions or reactions. You will you will still be capable of movement. You're not entirely unconscious.
Okay.
But at the moment, like, you've fallen over, it's not like literally all strength has left your body. But once again, that burning sensation runs through your entire body. You feel as if all your nerves are on fire. You're very lightheaded. You'll have trouble moving without help.
Fucking, like, I'm gonna try to stand up, just be like, fucking mirror, fucking Tirsa, fucking kill all of them.
So, anyone reacting?
Kane's starting to do like an Arya Stark thing. He has a list.
I mean, he's just kind of swearing under his breath and cursing their name.
Does someone with more than one arm want to help him up?
Oh, go ahead.
How big is Kane? What size is he?
He's a wee
I mean,
lad.
I'm medium,
He's
but like
5'10", 150. Actually,
how tall is the ceiling? How tall is the ceiling in the sewer?
Pretty tall, like 7 feet.
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
8 feet, something like that.
I let him sit on my shoulders and I carry him around. Wait, 8 feet? Never mind, that wouldn't work.
Well, wait a minute.
Just give me a piggyback ride. That works too.
9 feet. It's 9 feet.
That's way more taxing.
Wait, so are you
Then
carrying
sitting
him or
on
not?
your shoulder?
I'll carry him, but I was gonna let him sit on my shoulders like I do my
Like,
kids sometimes.
Oh.
I think you can just like
Cradle
you
you.
can just like just have like
Fire
as your
me,
drunk
carry
buddy.
Okay,
Kind
let's
of lean on you.
That's
I think I
fine.
just lean on you and walk.
We'll do that.
Okay. All right. So Fallon, you bend down by Kane as he's muttering curses at various people under his breath and sort of help hoist him up. And Lana looks back at you all and says, "Shall we get out of this sewer?" Alistair, do you still have that map?
I produced the map.
I vote we go to a priest as soon as possible.
Well, I'm guessing that means back to the east side. Definitely not in the sewer.
Hopefully we solve the undead problem. That seemed to be at least a part of it, so let's head to the priest now.
If I know anything, probably not, but sure.
Okay, I don't... Considering the situation, I'm not quite sure about the priest, but let's go. All right, so...
we're going to the hospital, right? Not the priest? I thought we were going to the hospital.
Somewhere to fix me.
Let's go to the priest hospital.
Pretty much you've had this misconception of a hospital the whole time.
Me?
But
Yeah.
all we need is a priest.
I keep saying hospital. That's all I want to go to.
I keep, while I'm like on Fallon supporting me, and be like, why do you smell like pineapples?
Can I rub some gnome salts under like his nose?
You want to do
Well,
that?
I can't take actions or
I'm
reactions,
kidding.
so
I'm kidding.
I couldn't really stop you.
Then yes, I do.
It might help you. You never know.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry,
Please
I'm just making sure.
give hard drugs to the poison.
Okay. Kane, are you accepting the hard drugs?
I can't stop him, can I? I'm incapacitated. Like,
That's
actions,
true.
reactions.
That's true, you can't.
And as I do it, I say, "This should help you make the journey." And I say, "But remember, just wink." And I flourish a dagger.
Okay.
Okay.
Kane,
Also,
oh.
I was gonna say, isn't poison and incapacitated a bit redundant? Because poison is for attack rolls and ability checks, which I can't do, can I?
It is kind of redundant, yes. It has to do with the fact that if you succeed on the save, you're still poisoned. It's just mechanics. That said, Kane, roll a d20. Okay.
Oh.
Is that good or bad?
As Fallon continues to carry you through the tunnel, it feels as if it's spiraling, like as if gravity and the tunnel itself is moving around in a circle, like some sort of demented carnival ride.
I feel nauseous.
You.
What?
Can I just want to. If it's not okay, that's fine. But can he start like imagining that I'm quoting Willy Wonka from the tunnel scene?
No. But you do once again see various pieces of the bricks look like fruit, but you know they're bricks. It's weird.
Schnozberries, maybe.
And also, you just feel nausea deep in your stomach. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, I'm just on fire today with these saves.
Okay, same thing as we did again. Your Constitution decreases by 5 this time.
If your score hits 0, you die.
Wait, it decreases by 5?
Yeah.
A lot of HPs.
Now my modifier is -4 now. So what's my HP?
What? So you went from a -1 to a -4. So drop it by another 15.
15.
There's going to be a dead body on our hands very soon.
Would healing them help?
Can I just say I puke on Fallon's feet too, just for?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty realistic.
Black gooey.
So
vomit.
Fallon, you light some
Like
gnome
bloody
salts.
vomit.
You know, under his nose, you see him inhale it. You walk a little bit further, you feel him sort of start to go even more limp and stumbling, and then he pukes at your feet.
All over.
That's not very pineapple.
Don't do that again. Don't.
Wait. Was that a wink?
Yeah. I will let you know.
And Lana
Please.
turns around. Is something wrong back there?
Dying.
I've got it under control.
Hour ago. If we could pick up the pace, that'd be
I'm
great.
just waiting for him to give me the signal. Just keep walking.
Don't let him stab me.
Alright. You all do finally manage to exit the sewer. You climb up. You mostly have to carry Kane up back to the surface. So yeah. So you are sort of around here where I'm drawing the arrow from. And Lana sort of takes a look around and says, well, I don't know if all of the creatures will have dispersed quite yet. We can't be quite sure what to expect. Hopefully we've at least disrupted them. There are basically two ways we can go about this. We can go the long way outside the city and most likely avoid any trouble, or we can go the short way through the city. What do you think?
Let's talk more. Go.
I think
No,
we might
no
have to go the
enemies,
short way.
please. Let's just go. I make invisible. I can do this. If it needs be, just help.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to call it. Everybody give me a stealth check. Presumably you're trying to move fairly quickly, but this is just for general stealthitude.
Can I like weekly put my hood up?
Do you want to do that thing you were
Yeah,
going to do that one
yeah,
time,
sure.
Fallon?
What was
actually,
that?
no, you can't make the check. You're just
Pass.
It's no. It says it's a disadvantage.
Pass that
well,
trace.
I think incapacitated.
Oh, yeah.
It just says actions and reactions.
Oh, okay.
What, did y'all roll
alright,
that
sure.
or something?
I'll allow it. Go ahead and make the check.
I
Okay, so you
curl
already
into
did.
a smaller ball so nothing sees me.
Okay.
I could cast a spell.
It's up to you. You said last time when we were like, before you guys get off and get all sneaky.
Yeah, I know.
Cast
So
the spell.
You would have had to
Please.
do that before. Just like what? The main thing is once the check is already made, like I can't.
Okay, fine.
I can't let you
Well,
look at the
okay.
result and then decide.
Just this one time.
No,
Well,
I mean,
so hold on. The spell card, I know it doesn't give him bonus, but it still says it marks silence, radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. Does that still happen? Oh, within 30 feet. This is dumb. This is dumb.
No, it's actually a pretty good spell.
Well, it moves with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
It does, because it's range stealth. That means it's always just centered on you.
Oh, okay. So I'm like the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
The silent storm.
That being said, I'm kind of
denying me.
Well, and I'll let you know
It's
that.
fine. It's fine.
Well, what I'm saying is, in this instance, you guys did fine on the check. You got what you needed.
Okay. Okay. Well
So
then,
I'm kind of letting
it didn't
you start the
happen.
spell slot.
Keeping my spell slot.
Thank you, merciful DM.
In the future, like I'm not gonna like literally require that you do it before anyone makes a check because I know you don't have control, but like at least before your check. Try it out. Cool.
Yeah, I'll try to recall.
All right. So yeah, you all pick your way through the city. You see bodies in different places, both a few undead, mostly recently dead, if you will. Guys.
We're playing Osu.
Making it so hard to concentrate. All right. Yeah. Lots of charred remains of buildings. But you manage to keep your ears alert, to move smoothly, picking your way through the city, and do avoid any trouble. As you look up at the sky, you do notice dark clouds sort of starting to roll in. Seems like it might be threatening rain later. You make your way to, let me see. Which way? Are you guys angling for any particular entrance to the east side.
Would the churches, not hospitals, be more likely in the business district or kind of more north?
For what
Arcana check.
Kane has going on, anything like a hospital in Dales Harbor is mostly just like a place where you can go for first aid or a bed or something like that. You don't think it's likely to be much help to him.
Okay.
Do you know any great healers in your hometown?
Do I know any great healers in my hometown?
Well,
I was actually talking to Alistair.
I mean, anyone who lives here can make
I don't
an
know that.
intelligence check to try to remember.
Intelligence.
And what about Lana? We should make her do one.
I just did.
Alistair.
So,
Yes?
Alistair, you do know that the main healers in the city would be the priests, especially of gods like Avit and Habal. Their temples are mostly located sort of on the north side, either in the market district or maybe in Precinct East or the upper parts of the Upper East Side.
Okay. I look to Fallon and I say, no, I don't know any great healers in the city. And also, I just say, I'm kidding about that. I tell them where we should head.
Okay.
So let's head towards the upper bridge and go across
Onwards.
that way.
Okay. So you spend, let me see, 2.5 miles. Okay. You make your way towards the Upper East Side, and when you get to where the bridge was, you see that it's been destroyed, and you look across, and you see some guards lined up on the other side. One of them sort of shouts across to you and says, "Aye, more folks from the west side."
Well, not originally, just there for a visit.
You have a sense of humor.
It's what they've always said, at least.
If you could skip
I'm
the small talk.
Alistair Redthorn. I'm trying to take my friend here to one of the priests across the river.
Oh.
I start
Oh,
vomiting
Mr.
more
Redthorn.
blood.
Oh, and then he sees your sister, Captain Redthorn. Sure. Hey, bring over a plank. And you see some guys, some men on the other side sort of hustle to bring across this.
Why didn't any of us think of a plank?
Well, basically what it is it's a very long piece of wood, basically, that's mounted on some supports. They bring it across and start sliding it from one end to reach across the river. This is a rather large contraption that they're working on, so it takes a few minutes to get it all set up. But they do make sort of a makeshift crossing.
How wide across is the river?
Pretty wide. Actually, wait a minute. No, never mind. This would have to be something more substantial. So this is actually like basically they have a big machine with like a winch on it.
So you're telling me it's more than 60 feet across?
Yes. Yeah, it's
All right.
basically a drawbridge
then.
that they're lowering for you.
Okay.
But they do get it set up. And you all walk across. And then once you get across, well, actually, come to think of it, yeah, you've been shouting basically across this river really loudly. I didn't even think about that. Whatever. So once you get across, the guard says to you, young Master Redthorn, any news from the west side?
Well, there was lots of undead nonsense, and
Yes, we've been dealing with that.
We did our best to help you where we could. I'm not sure if it'll clear up or not, but we found.
Pay no attention to this crybaby.
We tracked some people down into the sewers and dealt with them there, but I don't know if that's going to actually solve the issue or not.
You're welcome.
And then Lana interjects. We think we may have decapitated the operation. If you were planning on trying to go back in, now's probably the time.
While they're talking, Kane just starts trying to like walk to the fucking temple on his own.
Okay.
Fallon
Your
holds you tight
intelligence
to his
check
body,
was 12.
telling you to hold on.
Okay, and you automatically succeed on a strength check against Kane, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we just hurry up? Less debrief, more not dying. I would appreciate.
Alright, well, it seems
Please.
like you have an impatient friend there, but thanks for the news. I'll relay it up the chain.
Fuck you.
He doesn't know.
So I just lean over and whisper to Kane, "Look, if you're wanting something quick, you know what to do."
Don't stab me.
I try to look at him in the eyes, and if he tries to turn away, I try to like lean to keep
No,
looking.
I just like as wide as I can make possible make eyes look at him. No. Widest possible eyes.
Okay,
No.
I take him to whatever healer I think is the best one.
Okay, so let me see. Sort of optimizing for not walking too far and also getting somewhere good. Probably be... Okay,
It's a good mix.
Gotta go another half mile. And considering the time all this takes. Alright, so you guys walk towards the Temple of Haval in the city. You do once again see, similar to the one in Rampart way back when, a simple wooden arch that has the symbol of an open book with a trowel laid across it. And as you sort of swing across to the front of the temple, you do see a lot of injured people being cared for just on the grounds where you're coming in. And also, Kane, give me a Constitution saving throw.
As we walk up the steps, I ask, "Are you guys sure you don't want to go to the hospital?" And then Kane can make a Constitution saving check.
Mercy. Casey, mercy.
I was adding up the time all this would have taken.
Fuck.
What the hell are you rolling like this?
Well, every time his con lowers, his save gets worse.
That was a 6 without it. He didn't need the help.
And
Jesus.
as you reach the entrance to the temple, you hear Kane let out sort of a gurgling gasp and go limp in your arms.
Okay.
Kane, if you'd like any dying words, now's the time.
Fucking small talk.
And Fallon says, "Shoulda winked."
Question: can I use my ability on him? It just says when his hit points are reduced to 0, but if they're like don't exist above 0, then I don't know what to do.
You can try if you would like to.
I'll try to hold on to his life essence.
Okay. You try to reach out for Kane's life force. As you do, however, you realize there's nothing to hold on to. Rather than escaping from him, it just seems to have all withered away.
Fallon, hurry up! Bring Kane inside.
Yeah.
So Fallon drops him and goes, "Ooh, he's dead." I'm just kidding.
Terrible.
So I
I
rush him inside.
Had to check what?
Just had to chit chat with the guards.
Yeah, I don't think that was the giant drawbridge they had to lower, and the 2.5 mile walk may have been more of the culprit here. Yeah, I say we take him inside. I don't know.
Quickly.
It's hard to tell between dead and unconscious sometimes.
Okay. You quickly take, well, let's call him Kane.
So for the record, what's my con right now?
0.
Okay, cool. I'll put that.
So as we're going in, I say, "Guys."
HP max back to 34 because this lowering isn't really going to be relevant. Like,
as we're walking in, I say to everybody, like, look, we're going in on the funeral burial plan, or I'm not helping out at all. Everyone pitches in.
So you get to the front of the temple.
Oh, Fallon, he's gonna be fine.
You see a simple wooden table with sort of a burgundy tablecloth over it. A young, brown-haired, blue-eyed woman. Well, kind of young, like maybe low 30s, early 30s, sitting at the table with sort of a ledger in front of her, and she looks up. Ah, another one. What's going on?
He's been poisoned.
Oh, poisoned. Most of the people who've been coming in here have just been mauled.
He's been mauled by poison
again, Colleen?
The name of the poison?
Dragon's Bane or some nonsense.
That actually was it.
Oh, alright. Fallon chimes in. Yeah, he's been poisoned with Dragon's Bane.
You know the one.
Do you know that, Colleen? Did you? Oh, I guess Colleen did mention it. Dragon's
She
Bane.
made the dragon and everything.
Actually,
She told us what the cure was.
Let me
Do you have any Brita filters or activated charcoal?
The woman says, "Dragon's Bane? I've never heard of it. And what's a Brita filter?"
We have to drain his blood and filter it through activated charcoal, and then put it back in.
Wait a minute. Can I take a look at him quickly?
Can you make it snappy with the charcoal? I've been cold all day.
Look, I'm here mostly for triage. Can I take a look at him?
I don't think any of us are stopping her.
Okay.
Please.
I sent him on her desk right in front of her.
She would sort of gently try to stop you from that and just sort of gesture to the floor in front of the table.
What?
And I just like, no. He's fine. I just set him down.
She shakes her head and looks at him. You see her sort of put her ear to his chest, put her hand.
We all stick
over
our
his
fingers
mouth.
in our ears per Hales.
She sort of opens his eyes. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I turned to look at Kane.
Enter Kane's
Does
new
he look
character,
dead?
the girl from
I mean, he looks dead.
Mm.
If you want to give me a medicine check to try to verify what this woman is saying.
That's
do that.
one of my strong points.
I've got +5 in that.
I'm trained in medicine.
Damn it.
Bad at it.
So, clean. He does look pretty dead. Your brain sort of starts spinning through various possibilities where he might look dead but not actually be dead. You sort of go down a bit of a mental rabbit trail with all the possibilities. Alistair and Fallon, you've seen dead before. Kane looks dead.
This is when I spontaneously learn blood seal and everything's okay.
So I look at her and I said, yeah, do you have something for that?
Technically, yes, but no. She...
Wait.
What? No, you
And
can't
I
go
said,
back on that.
what was that?
Me and my damn honesty. Look, there are magics, but it is not within my authority to dispense them. And given the situation in the city, it's not just anyone who's getting those.
I say, look, lady, we just killed the leader of all the dead people. They're going away. This guy here, he took them out all by himself. And you're gonna let him die.
Give me a persuasion.
And he's your hero.
I did kill the main guy, didn't I?
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm working on it, or should it be performance?
No, persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I take that back.
Wait, you got 18 then.
Okay, alright.
Pretty good
You
roll.
rolled it.
Alright. Yeah. So you make this sort of... It probably is persuasion. You make this impassioned case, and she sort of looks at you. Look, I'll go see if I can fetch the high priest, okay?
when she leaves the room, I'm just gonna kind of turn to the rest of the group and be like, "It's just
Fetch
Kane's
away.
luck that he would be such a horrible person in life, and then be the one person granted resurrection magic."
The irony of him being a poison master who rubs.
I said, you're lucky that you guys are just lucky that Matilda's body mysteriously combusted, or else I would have drug her in here. Once I found out they could do whatever they think they can do.
I mean, it seems like she probably deserved it more.
Oh gosh.
Creatures
she
that
would have
are-
told you, by the way, that it might take her a while to. Well, actually, no. I take that back. She disappears for a bit. After about 15 minutes, she comes back and says, "Look, I've informed those above me of the situation. I can't guarantee anything about when someone will be able to talk to you. You'll understand with the situation in the city, there have been a lot of hurt people today.
But this is a dead guy.
Frankly,
Well, if you're okay with us leaving him here for now until someone can help, maybe we can go back to the west side and make sure that everything is still fine.
we will watch his body for you, if that is what you would like."
If it would help, any valuables he has on his person can be used as bribery.
She looks at you, sort of awry. Are you asking me to look out for his belongings?
No, they can be used to cover the cost of any sort of procedure, I think is what
that's all you mean.
Fallon
okay.
is saying.
Well, given that I don't know when any of that would happen, would you like me to watch his things for you?
Well, if you're not going to take him as bribery to bump him to the top of your list, if any of them go missing, I'm sure we'll be dealing with you sooner or later.
She looks at you. Maybe you all had better hold on to them. It's not really my place to accept responsibility for such a thing.
And I just look at Alistar and I say, "You're up," and I walk out.
I know, I swore off looting bodies.
So,
I looked at Ohana and be like, "Do you want to head back? Should we head back to the west side? Are you feeling up to it?"
I mean, so honestly, this is what I think we had a situation like this in the past, and I said, "Let me talk to your supervisor." I kind of wanted to do it here, but I know that's not like fair.
No, do it.
Really, I mean,
Talk to the
unless like that's a
supervisor.
mechanic, and I should be like trying to go around the current NPC.
Look, you can try to do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what you can't do. But this is what
There
the
are no
woman is
mechanics.
telling
There's
you.
only KC.
So
Do it,
okay,
Fallon.
fine. So I'll say, well, wait a minute. Who's the guy? What's his name?
Look, High Priest Briarthorn is the leader of this temple. However, he's not available at the moment.
And I say, fine. Do you have anything he's touched recently?
I suppose.
Could you show me something?
Why?
I just want to look.
Why?
Well, in non-game talking, Gmork's gonna smell it, and we're gonna track his ass down and bring him right back here as soon as we can. I mean, don't we want to? I mean, is time not of the essence? I mean, I guess he's not getting any.
He's not getting any more dead.
He's not getting any younger. Yes. He's as dead as he can be. Well, okay, so what does everybody want to do? Like, I mean, I guess we still need to catch the guys. Are they even in town yet?
You didn't think they should show up until evening, and it's probably like 11 o'clock right now. A little bit after.
We
Or in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the. I'm open to going back to the west side and being like, seeing if we can help.
Okay, just because in the situation you wouldn't all be able to confer like this, the woman sees you sort of all turn and start talking amongst yourselves, and yeah, okay, so that's what you're doing right now. You're in huddle mode.
Okay. So I say I could probably get Gamork to smell something that this Briar, whatever, touched. We could track him down, get him here, get Kane potentially helped out, and move on.
I mean, if we're talking about resurrection, I don't know if trying to hassle the guy who holds the keys is a good idea.
There's still going to be way more of us than there are of him.
I'm sorry if he feels inconvenienced by resurrecting me.
I think you guys are underestimating.
Did you guys hear that?
Is the cost of resurrection. Like, that's not something that happens every day in Dale's Harbor. And we're talking about doing it for Kane, which already makes me a little uneasy, but...
Fuck you, Alistair!
At this moment, you see some soldiers enter the front of the temple, and shout to the lady behind the desk. And
hey, the King of Dale's Harbor needs a resurrection spell.
And she comes over to you and says, "Look, I'm very sorry. If you want us to keep your friend here, we have a cot for him, but I really need to clear off my table, if you wouldn't mind. What would you like me to do with him, if anything?"
Put him on the cot. Actually, Fallon, put him on the cot.
No, Alistair, I believe you wanted next honors. I thought. Use your good arm. And I wink and I put him on the cot.
Okay. So you would, she would direct you as you carry him outside a short distance.
And it's kind of like, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say there's sort of like an awning that lots of people are laid under, and she brings you over to an empty cot, and you put his body there.
So hold on. So since he's dead, like, could we resurrect him like 2 weeks from now, like in game time?
Theoretically.
Could y'all want to do like a weekend at Bernie's type thing here?
I've never wanted to do anything more.
Who's in?
All right. So you all sort of clear out of the entryway as the woman starts working with the soldiers who are bringing in some wounded people. And
can I try to find a soldier to talk to as well?
Yeah, you see one guy, sort of shorter. He's got a bit of a dejected look on his face. You sort of think he might be the beta male of the group, if you will. But he's sort of lingered outside while the rest are going in.
Okay, I walk up to him and I offer him my good hand and say, "Hello, I'm Alistair Redthorn. I was just wondering, were you guys on the west side, and if you could give me a little more details about what's going on over there still?"
That. Actually, my group has just been tending to the market during all of the fiasco, but some people came through from the west side, from the folks who are actually fighting over there, and, well, they had us bring them over here. That's all.
Oh, alright. Well, thank you.
Yep. Well, what? Are you looking for news?
Well, we were looking to see if anywhere still needed help, or if the problem is starting to dissipate.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't know. Last I knew, we were in bunker mode over here. But, I mean, that was a little while ago.
Well, I guess thank you for your service?
Yup.
Alright, this guy seems not helpful. I walk away from the not helpful guy.
Okay.
I go back in, and I guess the rest of them, and do you guys want to head to the west side? Do you think we can do some more good there?
Lana says, "Well, I feel like we've already done quite a lot. I'm sort of hopeful that tipping off that soldier will cause them to try to clean it up again.
Okay.
And if it does get cleaned up, then we could actually go with our original plan. I don't know. It's too bad about Kane, I guess. But in the meantime, maybe we try to find Dad again and see what he's doing, see what's happened to his men.
Yeah, we can at least make sure he's all right.
Okay. If I had to guess, I would say that he's down on the east side docks, keeping watch over that.
Did we tell that lady who we were?
I don't think so.
We should probably let her know where she can find us when they have news. I'll go look for the nurse again, or the priestess, or
that's
sister.
Fair. Okay. So where would you tell her to contact
I would
you?
just tell her that. Yeah, I mean, I would let her know that I'm the Red Thorn. I hope that works, and then just be like, we're planning on heading down to the docks for now, but you can check there, and if not there, we'll probably be in the Upper East Side.
Okay. So you give her probably your dad's address, or maybe like as a backup, one of the docks where your family has a large presence. You're pretty sure that if there was any news, it would get to you.
Yep.
Okay. So are y'all going to find Red Thorn Senior then?
Unless anybody objects.
All right, that's what I was.
No objections.
All right. So you all leave the market district and start headed down towards. Were you on the lower or the Upper East Side? I think you were on the Lower East Side.
I think we're on the lower,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So you start
I messed it up again.
walking sort of this direction. Yeah, I think you were like around here. In the meantime, Kane, you have not had a very good last few hours. First there was the poisoning and the betrayal. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is like definitely the top 5 worst days of my life.
Well, at least it all comes to an end. So this too shall pass. So, first there was the betrayal, then there was just the physical pain. There's the loss of Johann, and then finally you died after Fallon slightly poisoned you again. Let's not mince words. And you wake up in a barren waste, or actually, wait a minute. Yeah, let's do that. All right. You wake up in a barren wasteland. There's a gale that blows sand and pebbles in your face, and the rocky, uneven ground offers no comfort. The land is all miniature mountains of rock and sharp spires that reach into the black above. No sun burns in the sky, and the wind, normally your ally, changes directions on a whim and blows so hard past your ears that it seems bent on ripping your sanity from you. And it is a gale force howling wind such that if someone was standing 5 feet in front of you, you'd probably have to shout for them to hear you.
I grab some cloth on my face and nose to kind of cover them up. Okay.
Are you trying to walk anywhere? You do at least feel physically stronger.
That's I guess, is there anything that stands out that I would want?
You see in front of you, there's a column of rock with lots of little divots in it. To the left are jagged spires reaching towards up. On the right, there's what seems to be a series of shallow caves and tunnels. And glancing around behind you, you can't see anything but sand and wind.
I guess I'll go check out that column that has divots in it.
Okay.
What are them divots all about?
Okay. You trudge forward. You go back and forth between, again, the wind is shifting and howling, so sometimes you're rocked from side to side, sometimes it's blowing in your face and you can hardly move, and sometimes it's at your back and You're doing everything you can to keep from falling forward as you walk. But finally, you make your way to this large column. It has a series of ridges that run up the side. Divots seem to be just that, either large pockmarks, maybe from other rocks slamming into it, and a few sort of smoother, shallow ones as well. As you lean up against it, it does occasionally offer a bit of shelter from the wind whenever the wind is blowing from the other side of it. And in those moments, you grasp hold of your sanity a bit better, but at other times, this barren landscape seems to want to drive you mad.
Wait, is my hand still cut?
You look down at it, and no.
You said spires, like towers, or just
Like big
jagged
columns.
rocks? With stairs or anything, or just like?
Nope, you wander all the way around it, and yeah, exactly that, Fallon. It's just sort of a column, like a smokestack almost. And as you trudge through this landscape and recognize sheerly how alone you are here, please make a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Hey, a good roll on a save. What?
Could have used that before you died.
I could have.
All right. And with that, we come back to the rest of the party, who makes their way to the, you know, your dad's home. Alistair is kind of on the way towards the docks. It's a little bit out of the way, but you figure it's worth checking. But you do check and find, as you kind of expected, that nobody's there. So then you head down to the docks, to where your family's largest ships are anchored, and there you see that you take just a glance at the crew, and you see that everybody is in sort of a ready and waiting position. There's multiple lookouts looking in every direction for anyone coming. You even see that the few cannons on the ship have been rolled out and loaded, which is, there's rarely occasion to use them, honestly.
Yeah, nobody even knows how they work, really. Point them at things. Do I see my father on board?
Yeah, so you look up at his flagship, which, did I actually name that? I forget whether I named it.
I don't think you did.
You know what? I'm going to check, because I can do that pretty easily. Yes, I did, actually. So you look up at the restive turn, of all things.
The restive turn.
Yeah. Make of that what you will.
Kane is just restiving right now.
But yeah, you actually glance up and see him talking with one of his lieutenants just outside the captain's quarters. This is a larger ship. It's one of the biggest ships that even exists in the country, which isn't to say it's that large, but it's large enough to actually qualify as like a warship.
I'm assuming that they don't have like the boarding planks down, or do they?
Actually, let me think. You know, actually, they probably would. So you see them down in a position where they're meant to be very quickly thrown off if needed.
Just get rid of them. I'm gonna start walking up then.
Okay, well, as you approach the base, you see the crewmen there recognize you and let you on board. They sort of shout, "Captain Redthorn, it's your kids, and do you know these people?" And he sort of, yes, let them up. And you all walk up the gangway to the ship.
Father, are you all right?
Yes, it's been a tense day, but no drama so far here.
I think the east side is faring a lot stronger than the west side was.
Well, to be honest, there was some action over here too, but... And he sort of sighs, look, you know how it is. The authorities concentrated their efforts here.
We were docked on the west side when everything kicked off.
Well, I'm glad to see you back here then.
We were just coming to see. We're hoping that we've actually solved the issue.
Oh, really?
It might take a while for, the ripples to reach out.
I see. Well, and you see him sort of think a bit. If you think it will be safe, we could try moving some of the ships over there and scout it out. What did you do that makes you think it might be okay now?
I'm gonna look to Lana since she phrased it so well last time.
Oh. We think we took care of the head of the operation.
Yes.
We're hoping they'll fall apart now, but hopefully the government takes the lead that I tried to give them.
Yeah, hopefully that. It seemed when the undead, when they attacked us, were working with some sort of guidance or knowledge or even strategy, and hopefully that won't be there anymore.
I see. Okay, well, we can certainly hope. As a matter of fact, can you hold here for a moment? I want to do something.
Yes.
So you wait outside. He says, I want to write a quick letter. Maybe I can help this along myself. He disappears into the captain's quarters. A minute or two passes, and then he comes out with a letter and hands it to one of the crewmen. And he says, take this to the governors. And the crewman says, aye, sir, and takes off. I don't have a lot of clout in the city, but I've got enough that hopefully I should encourage them along.
That would be good. We're now kind of juggling a couple balls in the air we're still trying to, do what we talked about yesterday.
I see. When do you think that will be needed?
Probably a few hours from now. If I had to guess, knowing the journey they took, it'd probably be around evening when they'd enter the city, and they'll probably try to find their way out under dark.
I see. Well,
if it's safe by then, I would love to operate under the same plan we had before, but if this isn't taken care of, then obviously that would be a foolish exercise.
Lana, what do you think? And he looks over at her, and she shrugs and thinks for a moment. I think it's worth a shot. I think we can draw up some plans now about how we want to spread people out. Maybe send them in pairs if we think it's necessary. And
Lana's
ready
ship is
to do
still
it as
docked
the
at
sun
the
is
west
setting.
side as well. So we have a position there.
It's true.
I don't have what I didn't write down her ship's name though. I did a bad thing.
Silver Triton.
Silver Triton.
So it says, okay, well, if you all want to rest here for a bit, then maybe we can plot out how we're going to do this, and then about an hour from sundown, perhaps, spread everyone out. If it seems safe.
Yes, we're also waiting on word from the temple of
Haval.
Haval?
Not Halal, Haval.
Haval.
About what?
Well, you might notice there are fewer of us today than there were yesterday.
No.
Oh.
And it occurs to you that Kane took off while you were on your way to his house.
Well, the giant snake is definitely gone.
Oh. How could I possibly forget it? Giant snake. What? He looks over at Fallon. Something happened?
I do this. I go.
And he looks back at Alistair.
He's quite upset about it.
I'm very
but
sorry.
We lost actually a lot more in the fight. We're down 2 people, our snake. And we're all very tired, I'm sure, as well. I think clean girls lot more blood, probably.
All right. Well, I think it would be well for you all to rest here for a bit. And yeah, we can drop some plans. I am going to say that if the men start running into undead, then we'll want to draw back from this. But otherwise, I'm not against giving it a try.
Yeah, I think if the men start running into undead, our best bet is just go to the west side dock in the ship and hope that that's enough.
Very well. Okay. So you all will have several hours then, unless you want to try to do anything in particular. Yeah, this will qualify as a short rest, assuming that you take it, so you can do any short resty things.
Was that you can roll one of your hit dice?
You can roll as many as you want. You just only regain half of your maximum per long rest. I think hit dice. I think that might actually be half rounded up for hit dice, though. We can figure it out later if we need to.
I'm trying to think what else I get back during.
Spell slots.
Well, I know, for instance,
wizards get their spell slots back. Sorcerers
yeah, well,
don't.
there's an ability they can use it once per day, I think. But yeah, so y'all can do anything like that.
Once per long rest, once per short rest, wizards can get their spell slots back.
Wizards can get a limited amount back per short rest, but they can only use that short rest ability once per day.
For long rest, yeah.
So
it's just funny how the wording is. It's once per long rest, once per short rest.
Fair enough. Okay. So, right. So, anyone looking to do anything particular with this sort of downtime?
I'm gonna do some gnome salts before the short rest.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Working on it. Snake eyes.
I was just checking. It doesn't actually say here whether it's half rounded down or up. The default rule would be down, actually. So, all right. So Fallon, you sort of take a moment and look out over the sea, light up some gnome salts, and as you do, you see a tendril reach up from the ocean, very much like the one that you felt wrap around you back in the cultist hideout. And it does reach out, and you sort of instinctively flinch back from it as it grasps onto you. But then, as it touches your skin, it dissipates, and the smoke actually forms around you into a ring. You feel the solid flesh of Matilda come into being around you. You feel her head rest against your shoulder, and you feel a wave of empathy and love and grace wash over you as you feel as if she's reaching from beyond the grave to tell you that it's okay. And you just rest like that for a bit until it gradually fades away.
Okay. Fallon just sits somberly.
Okay. You do hear Gmork sort of walk up beside you and just sort of slump down next to you.
I rest my hand on his head and tussle his hair.
All right. Anyone doing anything else? I know, Brave, did you say something?
I just recovered health and spells.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna eat one of these good berries because I have 23 left, and it seems like a good idea.
Okay.
What are Gamork's hit dice? 5 times 1d8.
Yeah, so they're d8s then.
Okay.
All right. So with that then, while we're waiting on this, we are going to come back to Kane. Kane, do you stay where you are, or do you wander around some more?
I guess the only place left is to go look at the caves.
Okay.
Look at the spires and the column. I guess I kind of go to the mouth of one of the caves and just kind of look in.
Okay. So you walk over there, and you sort of... And again, it's a struggle to get anywhere. You actually initially head off one direction, realize you're going the opposite of the way that you want to go, turn around, and head back towards where the caves were. Go ahead and so as you approach the front of the caves, again, the wind beating against you, give me another wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Back in form, boys.
You take a level of exhaustion. So go ahead and mark down 1 level of exhaustion. I'm pretty sure that means ability checks and is it attack rolls or is it saves that you have disadvantage on? Exhaustion.
Ability checks.
Yeah, but is it just ability checks?
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, cool. Alright, so yep, you have 1 level of exhaustion, but you do finally sort of peer down into these caves, and inside you see okay, you actually see a large hulking creature in there, which you recognize to be a male Goliath. Just hunched over, sort of rocking back and forth. And just as you put your face in front, a few seconds pass, and then a giant gust of wind rips through, sort of like a wind tunnel effect, and you're blasted away back from the entrance, but then it subsides as the wind shifts to a different direction, and you go back to looking at this rocking figure.
Hey! You okay there, friend?
Huh? Huh? Who are you?
My name's Kane. Where we be?
Unless he turns into
I don't
Jar
know.
Jar.
Been here. I don't know how long.
What happened before you came here? Does Kane remember dying, by the way?
You remember... at this point, you've sort of pieced it together. You remember feeling super crappy, and then waking up here, you notice that your hand was healed. You no longer feel the burning sensation that you did before. So either somebody healed you, and like Truman showed this thing, is playing some very elaborate prank on you, or you're dead.
Hey, so... Wait, so, hold on. If I'm dead, have I heard of any sort of realm like this? Is this like a...
Give me Arcana.
I'm good at those.
Okay.
Love the lesson going on.
Or actually, wait a minute. You have disadvantage on this. So...
No, well, this is a skill check, right?
Yeah.
That's different from ability checks, right?
No.
Right? Dang it.
You think a bit. Again, just the environment here seems to cloud rational thought from your mind, but you do at least remember that there are various planes that people might go to when they die. You even remember the number of them, you think, which is actually, and I have to mentally count. I believe it's 16, actually. So you're one of 16 places. You're pretty sure it's not heaven, but you don't know where it is.
I think we're dead, man.
Yeah. Last thing I remember fighting.
Fighting what?
Hurt one of my another Goliath. He's still just rocking back and forth.
Well,
Another gust of wind rips through the tunnel, and then
he
you
must
go
have
back.
sucker punched you because you're huge.
And by the way, remember, you are like shouting at each other.
Oh, I figured I was like in the cave now.
Oh yeah, that's also so there are moments when the wind dies down a bit where you can sort of talk loudly. When the wind whips through, you can barely hear each other at all.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's right. It says most Goliaths big.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever met a Goliath before.
You would have run into them from time to time. They're usually
Okay,
around
I've met
like
a
7
few
feet tall.
Goliaths before.
There's giantish blood somewhere in their lineage, but they're much more civilized as compared to a giant. They still lead a lifestyle that some would describe as barbaric. Others would just describe as back to basics, if you will. You know, living in the mountains, tests of strength, things like that.
Have you been able to explore much? You say you've been here a while.
It's just like this everywhere.
Everywhere? It's just wind and there's no like structures and things?
Wind, rocks, sand.
Have you seen anyone else or anything else?
Nothing good. There are others.
How do you know it wasn't good?
Everyone's shitty like me. And you see him sort of grab his head in his hands.
Well, what do you mean shitty? Like,
Shed, it's all shed.
Okay.
And give me insight. This guy is barely keeping his hold on reality in general. You're surprised he's, like, looking into his eyes, you're surprised he's carried on this lucid of a conversation, actually.
So were there, like, neighboring caves, like, immediately next door and stuff? Or is it just this one cave?
No, there's a whole bunch of them.
Can I go peek in another cave?
Sure. You leave, you go peek in another cave. It's just a short tube, basically, maybe it goes down about 7 feet, bends, goes out another 7 feet, and then it's right back to the daylight on the other side. Seems like this entire landscape, the wind is just ripping through it. And give me another wisdom saving throw. Actually, let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. Give me 4 wisdom saving throws. So let me see, that's 6 total. All right, so you take 1 more level of exhaustion. So, and I do forget what that does, but just
half speed.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so again, as the atmosphere here just oppresses itself on you, you do some more exploring.
What did I see when I looked up?
When you look up?
Yeah, when I look up. What do I see?
It's as if you're in the middle of a sandstorm. You see a certain distance above you, but then you see either just trails of wispy cloud or blowing sand, or sometimes you even get pelted with rocks, small rocks when you're on the surface.
Can I, like, okay, Can I tell? Like, is the sandstorm just infinitely going up? Can I tell if it's infinitely going up, or is there like a top?
As far as you can see, you do eventually find one cave that seems to go down deeper.
A cave that goes down.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll follow that cave down, quietly.
Okay.
Thank you.
And yeah, you do take it down a ways, and it's just an amplified version of what happened before. Most of the time, it's actually somewhat calm, and you can sort of get a grip on yourself. But when the wind does hit that perfect angle to blow through this thing, it is just mind-rending. And with that, we're going to go back to the others. So you all have a nice meal. You draw up some plans about where you can station people around the city. The east side is pretty easy, and you figure there's no reason you shouldn't watch that as well. So that's where a lot of Alistair Sr.'s men wind up getting put because, you know, after all, it is really Lana and Alistair who are pushing for this. And thinking less so of Alistair Sr. being unwilling to
Thank you.
commit to his children, and more so just the effect on his men. And yeah, you draw up plans. As the sun is beginning to get low on the horizon, you do take one ship over to the west side with some of Alistair's men, as well as all of you. You go and meet up with Lana's crew and lay out your plans for watching the west side. And as the sun is beginning to, or you also send out a few scouts who actually wind up meeting up with soldiers who have come over to the west side. You learn from them that it seems like the cultists disappeared after whatever you did. There still are some roaming packs of undead, but they seem to be mostly cleared out at this point. Just ideally don't walk into any strange buildings because a few of them seem to hold surprises. But the undead that are there seem sort of directionless, and the city is mostly secured at this point. So Lana makes the call to go ahead with it, and as the sun is starting to set, spreads out all her men. Now, where would you guys want to be stationed? Would you want to stay at the dock? Would you want to take a post more central in the city? What are you thinking? Basically, I want you to draw me an X for where you want to be set up.
I trust Alistar.
I guess we would go back with the original plan and go to the west side dock, right?
Yeah, so I presume you're there, but like, you know, do you want to try to get in the center of the city? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to come down more towards this dock? Do you want to set up somewhere like that? What are you looking at?
I picked my random X here.
Yeah, I think the docks is, yeah, where Alistair's gone is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Fallon just had to be different.
Okay. Yeah. So you set up there, and you know, you're within reach of your ship, but also definitely on the land enough that there wouldn't be any inconvenience if any runners came back. And eventually the sun sets, the night starts. As you wait, dark clouds cover the sky, and a strong wind whips up, blowing away from the city and towards the sea. And about an hour, or let me think, about 2 hours after sundown, you see one of the crew running back towards you. And as he starts to get close, says, "Look, I don't know if this is what you're looking for, but I did see something strange. I know you told me to watch out for a man and a dragonborn, but I saw this strange dwarf, and I heard footfalls coming from behind him, but I didn't see anyone there. It was weird. May not be your people, but I thought I ought to tell you about it."
Seems worth checking out.
We should send Kane to investigate. Oh crap!
He tells you that he came from about this spot.
Right here.
Yep.
Oh, good. Right into the Blackwater. Perfect. The most ratchet part of town. Which way was he heading? Do you know?
Headed south towards the dock.
That's figures. I suppose we should head over that way then. Lana, it's probably less conspicuous if we go on foot, right?
It's less conspicuous, also a little bit more dicey, in terms of whether we'll actually find them.
Yeah. I just wonder what people will say if the Silver Triton pulls into.
Well, whatever decision we make, I imagine we make it quickly. Want to run?
Yep. Anyone else? Voters? No?
So, what the situation is, we're on the dock.
Yeah, we're here.
I see the little red X, yeah.
And they were here, and he saw him heading this way, and then ran to tell us. So they're probably somewhere in like this vicinity by now, I would guess, maybe even further.
In fairness, what he said he saw was
a dwarf, and then
a possible invisible person.
Yeah.
Let's catch him. I'd say we.
So do you want to do it by foot, or do you want to take our boat over there?
By foot.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems like everyone's consensus. So Lana takes a quick look around, says, "All right, let's go," and she takes off running towards the docks.
Yeah, let's run.
All right. Let me see. For General Ken about the best place to look for them, Alistair, go ahead and give me. Oh, what would this be? Probably, actually. You know what? Your choice of investigation or survival.
Easy choice. I'm also going to take advantage on this.
Okay.
I didn't need it. All right.
So, yeah. So as you run, the two of you sort of look at each other and think. Lana mentions a particular dock where, there'd be a variety of, like, medium-sized ships anchored, and you sort of nod and lead everyone that direction. All right. So now I need athletics checks from everybody.
Well, the funny thing is I'm proficient in athletics. And I have a bonus of 1. It's proficiency.
Okay.
How does Halil have a -1? He's always running.
Oh, so he does.
You're muted, man.
Right. Okay.
Rip Halil.
Okay.
What?
Oh, you're back.
Okay. Maybe I just wasn't holding it correctly. I said I was nimble, not hardy.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But again, you look hardy to us, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's because I am.
You run towards the dock and whoops.
Sad.
Oh, he didn't see.
Oh, and actually, wait a minute. So yeah, Halil's out in front, and then I'm actually just going to order you according to your checks real quick. So.
Hello, Gmork, Lana Fallon, Alistair.
All right.
Clean.
And yeah, so as you run through all the buildings, you finally get to the dock where you think is the most likely place. And as you look, you do indeed see a small boat with a sort of heftily built black-bearded dwarf starting to throw off the last of the moorings. And with this powerful wind blowing away from the city, begins to ready himself to sail away from the shore.
Can I immediately pop open a portal to go to there?
That is where we're going to end for tonight.
No, the portal. We're about to double portal this shit, boys.
Please no.
All right. And if anyone's out there, I sincerely apologize for all the patchiness in my connection tonight. But
yeah, if you guys want to tweet about the game, you can tweet at us at #RipKane.
Tweet
sponsored by XSplit Broadcaster.
Just 30 more minutes.
Remember, everybody, XSplit for all of your broadcasting needs. Sure.
Yeah.
Good night, stream.
30 more minutes.
Remember not to XSplit the party.